Through every storm, James and Lily had been married for over 30 years. They weren't the kind of couple who made grand romantic gestures or showed off their love on social media. Instead, their love was quiet, steady, and deeply rooted, like the old oak tree in their backyard that had stood strong through every storm. They met in college. Lily was studying literature, always buried in books, while James was an engineering student who often forgot to eat because he was too focused on his projects. Their worlds were completely different, yet somehow, they fit together perfectly. James brought Lily coffee during her long study sessions, and Lily proofread James's messy reports, always teasing him about his spelling. After graduation, they got married in a small ceremony with only close friends and family. Life wasn't easy. James started working long hours to support them, while Lily stayed home to raise their children. There were days when they barely spoke, too exhausted from work and parenting. There were arguments, about money, about chores, about everything and nothing, but they never stopped choosing each other. Then came the biggest storm of all. Lily was diagnosed with cancer. James was devastated, but he never let it show. He drove her to every appointment, sat beside her during chemo, and held her hand when she lost her hair. He whispered encouragement when she felt like giving up and made her laugh on the days when nothing felt funny. One night, after Lily had fallen asleep on the couch, James wrote in his journal, "I don't know what life will look like without her. I just hope I never have to find out. But if I do, I'll carry her love with me. Always." After 2 years of treatment, Lily was declared cancer-free. The doctors called it a miracle. James called it love. They grew older, their hair grayer and their steps slower. But their bond only deepened. When their children asked them what the secret to a long marriage was, James simply smiled and said, "Never stop showing up, even when it was hard, even when the storms came. Because love, true love, isn't just about the good days. It's about holding each other close through the worst ones."
Whispers of the Rain. Chapter 1. The Girl by the Window. The rain had fallen for hours, turning the cobbled streets of Edinburgh into glistening rivers under the soft golden glow of the streetlights. Inside a small bookstore tucked between a flower shop and a forgotten cafe, a young woman sat by the window, her chin resting gently on the back of her hand. Her name was Elena Hart, and she was waiting for something, though she couldn't quite say what. The store was silent, save for the rhythmic patter of rain against the window pane and the occasional turning of a page. Elena worked there part-time, but to her, it was more than just a job. It was a sanctuary, an escape from the quiet loneliness that had crept into her life since her father passed away 2 years ago. Across the street, under a crooked umbrella and a soaked black coat, stood Liam Walker, staring at the bookstore with a hesitant smile. He had returned to Edinburgh after 5 years in New York, chasing a dream that had grown cold in the chaos of city life. Now, something pulled him back here, though he hadn't expected that something to be a girl with eyes like a fading sunset. Lost in a book, their eyes met through the fogged glass. Elena blinked, surprised. Liam raised a hand, unsure if she'd remember him. After all, they had only spoken once, 5 years ago, in this very store, when she had recommended a book of poems to a stranger with a broken heart. She remembered. The door chimed as Liam stepped inside, the scent of rain and memory trailing in behind him. "Still love Neruda?" he asked, water dripping from his coat. Elena smiled softly, closing her book. "Always."